Whilst researching something for a story the other day, a short story that I post every day on Instagram, so you may want to follow me over there, I was looking at the Pyrenees and I came across Chapelle de Nouillan. And I was intrigued to read that there had been several apparitions of Virgin Mary there, and that following that there had been some sort of like restoration and additions to the chapel. I think it was in the early 1800s. I was interested in it because of that, and also the word Nouillan, because it had the new sound in it, and I wondered what it meant. And according to one source I found, it means little nut or nut tree, which makes it even more interesting. I think this looks a little bit like a very elaborate mug, like the old-fashioned Toby mugs or like a tankard that you would drink out of. But the base would be the mug, which was also a vessel, and then at the top would be the handle, and it looks quite serpentine or dragony. And there's a face like with an eye here on the left. Over on the right-hand side, there's like a little girl with her dress flaring, her toes pointed. She's a dancer and she looks very happy. Beneath her looks like a donkey, which was just me filling in space. That wasn't part of the original picture. I'm not quite sure what this is, but I really like the effect of it, quite smoky there in the middle. It looks very layered and textured between the sort of oranges and the grey and like a creamy colour that I've used. There's just a close-up on that girl. It could be a woman. She just looks so happy that I feel like it's a girl. And she's got a T in her cloak. It's about some bread and Virgin Mary symbolism. There's a Virgo. I feel like there's like a figure here in the bottom left over this sort of symbol that's got like 3 prongs coming up, which may be a letter in some language, but it'd be too difficult to find. So this part does look a little bit face-like, but it doesn't look like a human face, maybe like a duck or something. I think that's the second time a duck has come up. And then an additional face up near what looks like an eye where there's just like a hole in what would be the tankard. At the top there, I also think there's some letters in the orange, something like Y. There's a letter before, like a hook, and then an I after. The Y would be Yod. Sure, I've mentioned the hook before. Can't remember what it is now. And there's the head of that sort of lizardy type creature, but it does also look bird-like, like a beak from this angle as well. And there's the base of the vessel, which does look a bit like an abstract face. So this was a fun one to explore, and I do like this image. Actually just seen, it looks like there's an orange tongue coming down into the ear of that donkey, which is quite funny. It suggests to me that there's more to explore in the area. Thanks for listening. Please like and subscribe.